Quickly just want to say that I did have a reference photo. I just googled townhouses in New Orleans and this came up. I don't know how well I did it but I did it. Anyway, these adorable like for rent signs at the front of these houses are by Moonlight Seeker on the gallery. I did not make them myself. I do not know how to do that. I don't know why I made my intro so short. Like I started the video like I had a reference photo. I didn't make these signs. Like, okay, so hello. I didn't even get to say hi. I'm literally here right now. Like I could just change it, but I've already started this. So I am not good at building. I'm not, period. Like I'm just I've always just like gotten stuff off the gallery, but I don't know why. Just like recently I've gotten like the building bug. Like I want to be better at building, and I think, well, I know that like the only way I can get better at it is if I just do it. Unfortunately, so I do need to do it. Like I would love to have like a whole world of just like my builds. Wouldn't that be so good? But I'm not a good builder. So I've really been trying to like build more, and I always need a lot of like rentals in my worlds because I don't like my Sims to just immediately get a house. I like them to like save up money and then buy a house, but they do need to like move out, so they need to like rent somewhere. And I just thought this would be good in Willow Creek because I did a whole like architecture thing about it. If you don't like follow my TikTok, please follow my TikTok. I post these like little slideshows about the different types of architectures in the worlds, and so this is me trying to take my own advice. Can you believe I'm not a good builder, and yet I tell people that. I tell people how they should build. Like, what? To be fair, I hope that like everybody that likes the architecture posts know that I'm not telling you how to build. It's just certain styles of architecture that I think would suit the world, or like or not look crazy in the world. They just will like blend in a bit more to the environment. Any freaking way. Willow Creek is inspired by like New Orleans, so this is a New Orleans townhouse-ish. I don't know. You'll see for like majority of this video I used like these windows that I'm putting on now. I ended up like, I think in the last like 10 minutes maybe of me doing this, I changed them like completely, and I hated what I had created. They had those big giant like green shutters, and I was like, how could I possibly recreate that in The Sims? Girl, what? So I do end up changing them like near the end, like near the very freaking end. It was crazy. I think my method for this, like at the start, was just to build one of them and then copy it over into like 3 houses in total. Personally, I'm blaming the fact that I am not from New Orleans. I've never went to Uvu Javer.
Ever you've ever had? I never went to Uvu Javer.
That is my excuse if this doesn't look very New Orleans-y, which honestly I don't know if it does. But again, I've never been there. I don't know. I don't know what they do over there. The craziest thing about this is that it actually took me like 3 days to do this. What? It wasn't even like, oh, this is some huge big project. I just kept getting interrupted. The first 2 times that I went to actually like build this, I was interrupted. I had to go like immediately, so today I was so determined on finishing this. So you might see at times like in the background there's like playground park things, because I had this idea to have like a little private park where they could all go to if there's kids here, and like I used a lot of the new playground stuff from Adventure Awaits. There it is. Oh, like it just was not working out. I don't know why. Okay, it looked like we were just staring at it. That's probably me thinking, I don't know if this is gonna work out. I did end up keeping it there for a while just because I thought I could maybe make it work. Turns out no. Moving on to one of the like worst decisions I've ever made. I thought it would be cute because I really started to think at this point, oh, like this area of Willow Creek, sorry, is supposed to be really like luxurious and like fancy, so I was like, what is more fancy than like 1,000 rocks that I have to single-handedly place into a circle? This is it, like not sped up at all. This is what I sat and did for the 3 houses. Oh my god. I'm gonna speed it up again. I do use the little stone circle carpet thingy that came with Get Together, just so I have like an actual circle in front of me instead of having to like freehand it. I think you might notice that the different houses do have different sizes of this, but every house is unique in its own way. That is my excuse right now. Anyway, if you're watching, let me know what you're doing. How are you? Have you ever been to New Orleans? Has anybody? Or I would love, as somebody who's getting better, somebody who's trying really hard to get better at building, if you have any tips, oh my god, let me know. There's something about like placing all those hedges and then me like deleting them. I wonder if it's all sped up. Like, I love the sound of it. Of course I didn't let you hear because I'm yapping, but like it's a really nice sound. The reference photo I looked at had like no, it didn't have a chimney, it didn't have like this red brick anywhere, but oh my god, look at how silly that tall chimney looks. I just had to include it. I can't, I feel like my houses look really incomplete without a chimney. Anyway, something I am good at with The Sims is playing the game, and I have been playing, and like there's so much going on in my family right now. I am playing like rotationally with 3 different families. They're all related, but like 3 different families, and I like want to update you and tell you what's going on. I just do not know how to go about like telling you that, because I already did a current household, but maybe I'll just do a video about how I actually play rotationally, because sometimes it's kind of hard. You have to like really get into the groove with it. Whatever, like I'll figure it out at some point. Anyway, one of my households is so wholesome, so peaceful. Only good things happen to them. Like nothing bad will ever happen to that family. I do not care. Oh my god, nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys!
Please tell me that you remember that. I think that like went all over TikTok in like 2020. It is still in my brain to this day. And then another family I have is just a bit more stressful, which of course I love. They have a horse. They have a horse. One of the man in the family, but the man in the family, he has had the horse lover trait like since he was a child, and so I just thought it was time I should give him a horse. I think at this point in the video I realized that the floor plan was just not what I needed it to be at all. It was quite horrible, so I ended up doing some changes. I think I stopped recording for a little bit to just try and like figure it out. Potentially no, because even I'm looking at it now and that's not like the final floor plan I did. I really think this house just like fully came together in the last like 2 hours of me building it, which 2 hours, like that's crazy. I spent so long on this, 3 days. A lot of the advice whenever you're like trying to become a better builder is obviously like start small, do a tiny little house and do that. Girl, I have made a million tiny little houses. Like I could make a tiny little house. I'm not gonna love it, but I can make it. And I think that's why I decided to do this huge giant thing. I've made actually a lot of like rentals. I don't know why. I don't know why that's like my thing right now. But I made one for Brindleton Bay. Like I used that giant like 64 by 64 lot, and I think I put 6 houses there. It was kind of insane of me. In my head, I think this would be kind of a more expensive place to rent. Not the most expensive, but a bit more expensive than usual. And I would like to make as well kind of like an area of Willow Creek for like cheaper houses, and they'll all be rentals because I just love a rental. I would also love to make like rentals in Oasis Springs, rentals in every world. Like I don't know why I'm so set on rentals right now. There was like a big jump there because this is now I think my 2nd day that I was on this, and I actually, today's the 3rd day, right? So the 2nd day was like the shortest amount of time that I had. I think I had like less than an hour to play. And of course I'm back to these rocks. These freaking rocks. By the time that this video is out, I will have a YouTube shorts showing you how I use the rocks and where to find them, how to suffer like I do. Because I really liked whenever I put them over here and kind of made that path just more pathy. I just didn't like how it looked whenever it went straight from grass to the tile, and I thought this really improved things. So we do have another jump. I think maybe we're at the 3rd day now today, hopefully. I did change a lot of this, so again, you're watching things where I ended up changing it quite a lot. I find it really hard to furnish a house whenever I do not have Sims of my own in there. With Sims of my own, I can furnish it so nicely. I don't want to brag or anything, but like, I feel like that's the only way I can properly furnish a home. Otherwise, I don't know why, whenever I don't have Sims in there, it never ever goes right. So I decided whenever I was doing all of this like front garden-ish like landscaping, I got it in my head that like the owners of these rentals like love gnomes and they want gnomes everywhere and they are obsessed with gnomes. This was me trying to figure out if I could like have area for the car to go somewhere. So that's all I really had at this point, was that the owners of these houses loved gnomes. I did want to furnish one of them. I don't know why. I usually post on the gallery like move-in ready type houses, but I did want to furnish one of them because I just thought it looked so like weird. They were all like kind of naked and like waiting for somebody to come in, and so I just thought it would be cute to furnish it. I also went absolutely insane with this dirt. Whenever I furnished that one house, I really like, there's nobody in these houses right now at all, but I had to like fully convince myself or else I wouldn't be able to furnish it. Like I'm physically unable to. And I imagine like this little family, like this family, like 2 parents and probably 2 sons, I think was my vibe whenever I was making it. And I like put little like toys around as if they've like left it, like while they're playing with their toys, they like left some in the back garden. I don't know. So as you can see, everything that you just watched me do is now gone and I got rid of all of it. I think I was just so indecisive here because here I was like straying away from the reference photo because I really had it in my head about this being like luxurious and like rich people live here, and like I feel like rich people have all their hedges in check like this. And this is where I used the signs made by Moonlight Seeker on the gallery, and I used their little signs. I hope it's okay that I used them. But these 2 houses are like completely unfurnished. They have like a kitchen and the bathrooms and a fireplace, but no actual like furniture or no life is there. Like the walls aren't painted. I am really excited for you to see near the end. I like, you know, if you hit tab and it is like a clear screen, perfect for photos and stuff, but I went into tab and I like tried to do a little tour, and I've never ever seen my game like glitch out like this. I have never seen anything of the sorts. Oh my god, you just saw me take a screenshot. That's kind of embarrassing. Then this is whenever I added more of that brick everywhere. I do not know what made me make this whole thing just one step. It just looked nicer, I thought. I'm not sure. Here's me finally changing the windows. We are 13 minutes into the video. This 15-minute video, mind you. And I'm just changing the windows, but I think that these look so much better than what I had before. I didn't record any of me actually furnishing this one house because it took me so freaking long because I didn't have like a family in there. Like, I'm serious, I don't know what my issue is, but it was so hard for me. It took me absolutely forever to furnish it, and then with this like made up family in my head that loves the color brown, I decided to go for it. Everything's brown in this house. And so I was doing like little finishing touches and I thought I should show you. Oh, here's my tab tour. I think just because I spent 3 days of my real life like staring at this house every single time I opened up The Sims, I just went straight to this house. I'm kind of sick of it. This tour is so fast. And you can see where it really starts to like glitch out. See, I don't know what. Like, you can see me like in the footage, like this is me calming down and I'm like, it's okay, let me just try again. So here is the boys' room. I love a bit of clutter. I cannot help myself. And then in the parents' room, I imagine that one of them had like a very like serious job, like a lawyer or like a police officer, something serious. And so they needed a little like office area. But oh, what's happening? I remember whenever I used to watch The Sims Supply, like James Turner, and at the end of his builds, he would do these little tours. And I wanted to be fancy like him, and it just did not work out the way I planned. Anyway, of course I didn't add soap upstairs. So then at the end I just did my little finishing touches. I scooted all the toilets a little bit. Oh, I really hope I remembered to paint that wall over there. That'd be so embarrassing. So these are my fancy pants New Orleans townhouse inspired little rentals that I made for Willow Creek. If you do like them, they will be on the gallery. Please just have faith in me. I'm really excited for like in a year's time whenever I can come back to all these builds and improve them, and hopefully I will be better at building by then. That would be absolutely insane if I got worse. I'm going to show the reference photo again and then these. To be fair, I don't think I did like horrible. I don't think I did horrible. I don't know. Please be sure to comment and let me know if you do think I did horrible or if you think this was okay.